Okay, welcome back. 8:42 on our Tuesday. It is Tuesday, and you know what that means. It's time for us to switch gears for our weekly segment of Pop-Off Politics. It's where KPRC2 Investigates looks out for you and how your tax dollars are being spent in the city of Houston. Joining me as he does every week, my friend, my colleague, KPRC2 Investigates, Mario Diaz. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you. How are we doing?
So far, so good. A busy Tuesday.
Yeah.
Very busy.
So we're not going to waste any time. We're going to get right to it this morning. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, here we go. The first thing we're going to be talking about here today is el aeropuerto. El aeropuerto. And I say this in Spanish because we're focusing once again on the International Terminal Redevelopment Project at Bush Intercontinental Airport. Pardon me, say that 10 times without coffee in the morning. This has been a favorite of ours, Zach.
Yes.
It's been a favorite of ours.
A fixture, a mainstay here on Pop-Off.
Yeah, so here's the agenda item, okay? It's agenda.
Okay. So what does this center one mean?
Okay.
So we're moving on.
All right, yeah, we're going to move on. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to move on right here. There we go. See, hey, we're doing this. We're doing this. It's the Central Processing TSA Customs Bag Check-In Area. That's what we're really talking about here. And what this is going to be focused on, if you follow me over here, is that this is going to be focused on cover the upgraded technology that they have, focused on 9 new lanes.
9 new lanes?
Yeah, it's going to bring up the total to about 17. What does that mean? It means up to 300 passengers per hour, where oversized bags can also be accommodated here.
That's big. I want to go back here though.
Okay.
Right? You stand there. I'm gonna stand here. You have a lot of experience with this, right? Is this the one? No, is this iTrip?
This is iTrip.
Yeah, this is iTrip.
This is part of iTrip. Yeah,
Okay.
This is all connected to iTrip. And we have done so much on iTrip. If you remember, we first exposed this back in 2014. The cost when it was announced was $700 to $900 million, okay? KPRC2 Investigates exposed that the budget here rose. Hey, you guys are doing a great job with graphics.
I'm not, though.
I know.
We are off our game today. You're not, I am.
So we exposed that it rose right over here, Zach, to $1.7 billion. Then Mayor Turner comes out and says, hey, listen, Mario, I'm saving everybody. He did this. I ripped up the contracts. I'm saving everybody money. And he brought it down $500 million to $1.2 billion. Now, quick math. I don't know if you're saving too much money if you announce a project at $900 million, and it goes up to $1.2 billion. Then it goes all the way back up again to $1.43 billion. And the construction timetable that we're talking about for the International Terminal Project,
that's a story within itself.
It's 11 years and counting. That's what they're looking at.
What was the original?
I should say 11 years next year. 11
years next year. And what was the original?
They said it was supposed to be done in about 5 years' time.
5 years, wow.
And you look at LaGuardia in New York.
Yeah.
LaGuardia in New York. They redeveloped that entire airport in a span of about 3.5 years.
JFK as well. They went through massive.
I look at LaGuardia because it is so centralized within New York City. Yeah. It's a tough construction project, but they did it.
Okay, what else do you have going on?
All right, so here's what else we have. We're not done with the iTrek project because we have another item here that we're going to. It's agenda item number 13. Get out of the way, Zach. Ordinance appropriating $1.2 million out of the Airports Improvement Fund, City of Houston and Road and Schwartz USA, Inc. for IH Terminal D International Central Process Checkpoint Equipment Services. Okay, once again, we're talking about this is the iTrip project. Yeah. This is some of this money. This is to help make things go smoother,
easier on travelers.
And a new international terminal. This is going to call for 6 advanced imaging technology machine. Okay, just want to make sure there's no other graphics. It's going to provide machines there. Quick personal security scanners for the screening of people using, listen to this, millimeter wave technology. Okay?
Yeah, what does this do?
Well, it's going to automatically detect potentially dangerous items carried on the body or the clothing. And if you think about that for a second, the machines, okay, you think of millimeter wave technology, the machines have the ability of moving 360 to 380 passengers per hour in a scan time of about 1.5 to 2.5 seconds. You're going to just walk right in. They're going to scan you. They're going to get you moving. They want to do that to make this much more fluid for the future. And 6 are being purchased because of this agenda item. Again, bringing the total number to 9 on this project.
Yeah, you know, I just want to reiterate these renovations. Yes, they are time-consuming. They're very frustrating for so many of us. But at the end of the day, it's about convenience and safety.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
It's exactly about that. And the third item is it's cosmetic. You want to make the airport look nice with the latest technology, and they've been struggling with that over the years. If you remember, one of my favorite quotes ever when I've been talking about the airport was from Councilmember Dave Martin.
Oh, yes.
He's no longer with the city. But he said, it's a dump. It's always been a dump, talking about IAH.
Yeah.
It's a dump. It's been a dump. And what he was referring to is that what many people are referred to about IAH. If you go through the A terminal, you see the ceilings down low in the basement. They got trash cans catching water,
leaking,
okay,
leaks.
And that's what they're trying to improve out there and update the airport, because we are an international city. We have travelers from all over the world.
It's a hub. Yeah,
it's going to make things go much, much smoother.
Speaking of IAH, I know you have an investigation involving the international travel portion and the airport happening this week.
Yeah, there's a little tiny company that we're going to introduce you to that's tied to the Houston airport system's overall aspect.
Okay.
And, you know, you talk about international development, well, they've helped out.
Yeah.
And when I asked questions about this, and I brought this information to officials tied to the airport system initially, they put up firewalls. Under the previous administration, they said, we're not going to really answer these questions. They put up firewalls. They kicked it all the way up to the Attorney General, and we didn't get the answers. But now, I've uncovered more information while working on another investigation, and I started checking it out, and we have got more questions. We have got new information now. And we took that information to the current administration, and they had no idea what this is all about.
So you're connecting the dots for them.
I wouldn't say I'm doing it for anybody except the Houston viewers who rely on us to expose.
Well, if they didn't know and you're bringing this to their...
And the thing that's intriguing about this is that the current city attorney is also the former city attorney under Mayor Turner. And he was telling me that, you know, we still haven't been able to identify everything with regards to what you're going to be reporting on. That report is coming up on Thursday night at 10 o'clock.
Okay, Thursday night at 10 o'clock. Well, we appreciate you stopping by. Anything else today?
No. It was a lot. We had a lot on it. Hey, thumbs up to the graphics team in the back, because we're finally getting this board down. It's a large board, right? It's huge.
But I'm sure they hate us after today.
Yeah, but the only problem was at the very beginning, if you notice the camera angle for you at home, what you don't realize is the camera at home was like this. So for us to actually examine the prompter, you got to go down like this almost. I feel
Rich is killing it back there.
I feel like I'm short. I'm playing short. Anyways, but no, that's it. As always, if you want to reach out to us, just contact me at mdiaz@kprc.com. We do this every single week, and we do it for one simple reason, okay? It's because we want to look out for you. These are your dollars. Houstonians pay into the airport system every single time they fly out of it. We're the ones who obviously are keeping track of it and seeing what makes sense and what doesn't. And the international terminal is something that a lot of people have been wanting for quite some time.
One last time, email address.
mdiaz@kprc.com.
Yeah.
All right,
okay. 8:51. We'll be right back.